Have you ever wondered why some seniors seem to age gracefully, radiating confidence and joy, while others struggle quietly with the challenges of aging? It's not just luck, it's about habits, attitudes, and the silent struggles we often overlook. In today's video, we'll dive deep into 6 critical aspects of life after 60 that can profoundly impact your happiness, health, and relationships. From understanding the hidden effects of poor hygiene on your self-esteem and health to breaking free from constant complaining, this video will uncover habits that can erode your quality of life and, more importantly, how to overcome them. We'll also explore how dominating conversations, demanding respect without reciprocation, minimizing others' experiences, and living in the past can subtly damage your relationships and emotional well-being. Stay tuned until the end because we'll not only reveal why these behaviors happen but also provide actionable solutions to help you reclaim your dignity, strengthen connections, and embrace a fulfilling life in your golden years. Let's discover the changes that can make a world of difference. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. 1. Poor personal hygiene, a silent struggle with far-reaching consequences. Poor personal hygiene is a deeply personal and often painful struggle that many older adults quietly endure. This issue extends far beyond the surface, intertwining with physical, emotional, and social challenges in ways that can profoundly affect a person's quality of life. For many seniors, maintaining hygiene becomes a monumental task, hindered by physical limitations, emotional distress, and the subtle erosion of self-worth over time. Physical ailments are often the first and most obvious barrier. Chronic pain, arthritis, or reduced mobility can make basic self-care tasks, such as bathing, brushing teeth, or even getting dressed, feel insurmountable. Activities that were once automatic and effortless now require careful planning, assistance, or significant physical effort. For those living with fatigue caused by conditions such as heart disease or diabetes, the energy required to maintain hygiene may simply not exist. As these difficulties compound, many older adults begin to prioritize conserving their limited strength for essential tasks like eating or managing medical appointments, leaving personal care by the wayside. But the struggle is not always physical. Emotional barriers often cut even deeper. Depression, which is alarmingly common among older adults, can sap motivation and cloud the mind with thoughts of futility. A profound sense of loneliness, whether due to the loss of a partner, diminished social interactions, or isolation from family, can lead to a diminished sense of self-worth. When someone feels invisible, neglected, or unimportant, it becomes all too easy to believe that their appearance or cleanliness doesn't matter. Over time, this belief solidifies into a harmful cycle of neglect and self-perception, further alienating them from others and deepening their emotional wounds. The visible manifestations of poor hygiene tell a story that many are reluctant to share. Infrequent showering, unwashed hair, dirty nails, or wearing the same clothes for days are more than just signs of neglect. They reflect the silent battles raging within. These behaviors can lead to obvious and immediate consequences, such as body odor, which can be off-putting to others. The subtle disheveled appearance of unkempt clothing or poorly managed grooming can evoke judgment from others, whether intentional or not, reinforcing feelings of shame and social withdrawal. The ripple effects extend beyond social interactions, posing significant risks to physical health. Poor hygiene can lead to infections, skin issues, and dental problems, each of which can spiral into more severe complications, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. For older adults with weakened immune systems, the simple act of not washing hands regularly or neglecting dental care can result in hospital visits, prolonged recovery times, or life-threatening conditions. The inability to maintain cleanliness can turn manageable health issues into critical situations, creating a cycle of physical and emotional decline. However, personal hygiene is about more than just physical cleanliness. It is a vital expression of self-respect, dignity, and autonomy. When an individual feels clean and well-groomed, they often experience a renewed sense of self-confidence and emotional well-being. Small acts of self-care, such as brushing one's hair or wearing fresh clothes, can serve as reminders of their worth and humanity. These seemingly minor rituals are powerful tools in helping older adults maintain their identity in the face of aging's challenges. For caregivers, family members, and loved ones, addressing poor hygiene requires a delicate balance of compassion, understanding, and practical intervention. It begins with recognizing the issue not as a failure, but as a sign of deeper struggles that deserve empathy and attention. Gentle conversations can help uncover the root causes, whether physical pain, emotional distress, or logistical barriers. Caregivers must approach these discussions with patience, avoiding judgment and creating a safe space where the individual feels heard and supported. Professional intervention may also be necessary in some cases. Occupational therapists can recommend adaptive tools or techniques to make self-care tasks easier. Home health aides can provide hands-on assistance, offering dignity and care without judgment. Medical professionals can address underlying conditions contributing to hygiene neglect, such as untreated depression or unmanaged pain. By assembling a support system tailored to the individual's needs, caregivers and loved ones can empower older adults to reclaim control over their hygiene and, in turn, their lives. This is not merely about cleanliness. It is about preserving dignity, fostering connection, and helping individuals navigate the vulnerabilities of aging with grace and self-respect. Poor personal hygiene should not be seen as a reflection of who someone is, but as a call for compassion, intervention, and understanding. As a society, we must shift our perspective on this issue, recognizing it as an opportunity to provide support, encouragement, and love. By addressing the root causes and offering thoughtful solutions, we can transform hygiene from a source of shame into a pathway to healing, confidence, and renewal. For every older adult struggling in silence, we have the opportunity to remind them that they are seen, valued, and deserving of care, both from others and, most importantly, from themselves. 2. Constant complaining, a habit that erodes joy and connection. As we age, it's surprisingly easy to slip into the habit of constant complaining. What may begin as occasional remarks about minor annoyances, like the unpredictability of the weather or the latest frustrations with technology, can evolve into a steady stream of negativity. Over time, this pattern can become so ingrained that it begins to define our outlook on life. We criticize the government for its shortcomings, lament the disrespectful behavior of the younger generation, and grumble about the rapid pace of societal change. What starts as a casual venting mechanism can grow into pervasive dissatisfaction, casting a shadow over our mental well-being and the relationships we hold dear. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The impacts of constant complaining reach far beyond our internal frustrations. Negativity has a way of permeating the atmosphere, creating an environment that feels heavy and unwelcoming. For family members, especially younger ones like children and grandchildren, this habitual discontent can feel exhausting. They may begin to see visits or conversations as emotionally draining, and though they may love us deeply, they might find themselves withdrawing to protect their own peace of mind. Friends, neighbors, and even caregivers may begin to tread lightly, unsure how to navigate interactions without triggering another wave of grievances. In the end, constant complaining can inadvertently isolate us, pushing away the very people whose presence we cherish the most. The habit of complaining isn't without roots or justification. Life experiences, especially difficult ones, can make us more critical as we age. The losses we endure, the physical pains we bear, and the societal changes we struggle to adapt to can naturally give rise to frustrations. These feelings are valid and deserve acknowledgement, but dwelling on them perpetually can trap us in a cycle of negativity. The world will always have its imperfections, and some things, like the weather or political systems, will remain far beyond our control. Learning to discern what's worth expressing concern over, and what's better left unsaid can help break the cycle. Beyond its social repercussions, constant complaining can have profound effects on our mental and emotional health. Studies show that focusing excessively on negativity rewires the brain, making it harder to recognize positive experiences. This creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we complain, the more discontent we feel, and the more discontent we feel, the more inclined we are to complain. Over time, this habit can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and even depression. It's not just our relationships that suffer. Our inner peace and overall quality of life are also at stake. But there's hope. Breaking the habit of constant complaining begins with self-awareness. Taking a step back to reflect on how often we express dissatisfaction can be eye-opening. Journaling frustrations instead of vocalizing them, for instance, can help us process emotions without burdening others. Practicing gratitude is another powerful antidote. By intentionally focusing on the things we appreciate, no matter how small, we can train our minds to seek out the positives amidst life's challenges. Whether it's savoring the warmth of the morning sun, enjoying a good meal, or appreciating a kind word from a loved one, these moments can serve as anchors that ground us in joy and contentment. Another key is learning to reframe our thoughts. Instead of seeing the challenges of aging or societal changes as insurmountable obstacles, we can view them as opportunities for growth and adaptation. For example, rather than lamenting the complexity of modern technology, we can celebrate the chance to learn something new and connect with a younger generation. Instead of criticizing the behavior of today's youth, we can seek to understand their perspectives and perhaps even gain insight into how the world is evolving. Ultimately, finding balance is essential. It's natural and sometimes necessary to voice frustrations. Bottling up emotions entirely can be just as harmful as airing them incessantly. The key lies in moderation, choosing when to speak, when to let go, and when to focus on the brighter side of life. When we approach life with a sense of acceptance and gratitude, we cultivate an inner peace that radiates outward, drawing people closer instead of pushing them away. Constant complaining may seem like a small habit, but its ripple effects are vast and profound. By choosing to shift our focus and embrace a more positive outlook, we not only improve our mental health but also nurture stronger, more fulfilling relationships. In doing so, we can create a legacy of joy and connection, one that transcends the imperfections of life and inspires those around us to do the same. 3. Dominating conversations. The delicate art of listening and sharing. As we grow older, many of us feel an innate desire to share the wealth of wisdom, stories, and life lessons we've accumulated over the years. These experiences, earned through decades of triumphs, challenges, and growth, are invaluable treasures that we naturally want to pass on to younger generations. However, this well-meaning inclination can sometimes lead to dominating conversations, unintentionally overshadowing the voices of others. While our intentions may stem from a place of love and guidance, this behavior can create barriers in our relationships, particularly with children, grandchildren, and friends. When we take over a discussion, frequently interrupting, imposing our opinions, or steering every topic back to our experiences, we may inadvertently send a message that their thoughts and perspectives are unimportant. Over time, this can leave others feeling unheard, undervalued, or even discouraged from engaging in meaningful conversations with us. Younger generations, eager to share their ideas and stories, may begin to withdraw, viewing conversations not as opportunities for connection, but as one-sided exchanges where their voices are drowned out. The emotional toll of dominating conversations extends beyond frustration. For children and grandchildren, it may foster a sense of alienation or resentment, as if their views and experiences are not respected or valued. Friends may start to avoid deeper discussions, keeping interactions light and surface level to avoid being talked over. Over time, this dynamic can erode the very relationships we hold dear, leaving us feeling confused about why others seem distant or reluctant to engage. Yet the impulse to dominate conversations often arises from a heartfelt place. Sharing our stories can feel like a way to connect, to teach, and to leave a lasting legacy. The wisdom we've gained through years of navigating life's complexities is indeed precious, and offering it to others can be a gift, when done in balance. The key lies in understanding that meaningful communication is not a monologue but a dialogue, a two-way street where giving and receiving are equally important. True connection is built on mutual respect and genuine curiosity. When we take the time to ask thoughtful questions, listen attentively, and validate the experiences of others, we create a safe and welcoming space for dialogue. Younger generations have their own unique insights, shaped by a rapidly changing world. By showing interest in their perspectives, we not only foster respect, but also open ourselves to learning and growth. Their ideas, while different from ours, can broaden our horizons and remind us that wisdom is not confined to a single age group. Practicing active listening is a powerful way to enrich our conversations. This means not just hearing words, but truly engaging with the emotions and intentions behind them. Pausing before responding, allowing others to finish their thoughts, and affirming their feelings can transform the dynamic of any interaction. For instance, instead of immediately sharing a similar experience or offering advice, we might say, "That sounds really important to you. Tell me more." These small shifts signal that we value what others have to say, fostering trust and connection. Balancing storytelling with listening doesn't mean silencing our voices. Our experiences hold incredible value and can inspire, guide, and comfort those we share them with. However, timing and delivery are crucial. Before diving into a story, consider the context. Is this the right moment? Is the other person in a place to listen and engage? Framing our stories as shared reflections rather than definitive lessons, using phrases like, "This reminds me of something I experienced," instead of, "You should do it this way," can make our contributions feel collaborative rather than domineering. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Additionally, it's worth remembering that silence can be just as powerful as words. Sometimes, the most profound connections are formed not through talking but through simply being present. A shared laugh, a knowing glance, or a moment of quiet support can communicate volumes without a single word spoken. Ultimately, dominating conversations is not about a lack of value in what we have to say, but rather about the opportunity to deepen relationships by balancing our contributions with an openness to others. When we prioritize connection over control, we create interactions that leave everyone feeling heard, respected, and valued. In the end, the stories we share will resonate far more deeply when they are part of a collaborative and loving dialogue. By embracing the art of listening and showing genuine curiosity in the lives of those around us, we not only strengthen our relationships but also enrich our own understanding of the world. Through this balance, we honor both our wisdom and the fresh perspectives that others bring, creating conversations that are truly meaningful and transformative. 4. Demanding respect due to age. Transforming expectations into genuine connection. As we age, it's natural to desire the respect and recognition that comes with a lifetime of experiences, challenges, and accomplishments. Many cultures honor aging as a symbol of wisdom, authority, and knowledge, often placing elders at the heart of decision-making and family traditions. However, in today's evolving world, where generational perspectives differ widely, the assumption that respect should be given unconditionally based solely on age can create unintended tension and misunderstandings. This mindset, though often well-meaning, risks creating barriers that erode the very relationships we hope to strengthen. Respect is a deeply personal and powerful bond, but it cannot be commanded or expected as a right. While age and experience undoubtedly carry value, respect is earned through how we interact with others, how we treat them, listen to their opinions, and engage in their lives with empathy and understanding. When respect is demanded without reciprocity, it can leave children, grandchildren, and even peers feeling dismissed or undervalued. Younger generations in particular may feel as though their voices are silenced under the weight of tradition, leading to frustration and, over time, distance. The desire for respect often stems from the belief that life experience brings a unique perspective, and this is undeniably true. Having lived through decades of societal changes, personal challenges, and triumphs, older adults possess a depth of knowledge that can enrich the lives of those around them. However, When this wisdom is presented as an expectation for deference or as a reason to dismiss differing views, it can unintentionally alienate others. Younger generations, navigating a world that evolves at an unprecedented pace, often value equality and open dialogue over hierarchy. They seek relationships where their thoughts and choices are not only acknowledged but respected. When respect becomes a one-sided expectation, the consequences can ripple through relationships. Children may begin to feel that their choices and autonomy are undervalued, leading to strained family dynamics. Grandchildren might view interactions with elders as lectures rather than meaningful exchanges, causing them to disengage. Friends and peers may perceive a lack of mutual respect, leading to superficial or distant interactions. These dynamics can create an environment where the respect we long for becomes harder to find, not because it isn't deserved, but because it isn't nurtured in a way that resonates with others. True respect is built on the foundation of reciprocity. It is not a one-way street but a shared experience where all parties feel valued, heard, and understood. This begins with the simple yet profound act of listening, truly listening. When we take the time to hear what others have to say without interrupting, dismissing, or immediately responding with our own opinions, we demonstrate that their thoughts and feelings matter. This act of listening creates a safe space for dialogue, fostering trust and connection. Respect also involves acknowledging and valuing the unique experiences of others. While our own life journey is filled with lessons worth sharing, it is equally important to recognize that younger generations are forging their own paths in a world vastly different from the one we knew. Their challenges, perspectives, and successes deserve the same respect and validation that we seek for our own experiences. By showing genuine interest in their lives, asking thoughtful questions, celebrating their achievements, and supporting their choices, we create a relationship rooted in mutual appreciation. It's also essential to approach the sharing of wisdom with care and humility. While our experiences can provide valuable guidance, the way we offer this knowledge matters. Instead of imposing advice or framing it as the right way, we can present our stories as reflections to consider, opening the door for dialogue rather than dictating outcomes. For example, saying, "When I faced a similar situation, here's what worked for me," invites conversation, while saying, "You should do it this way," may shut it down. This approach not only respects the autonomy of others, but also makes our insights more likely to be received with openness and gratitude. Furthermore, respect is about recognizing and adapting to the changes in the world around us. Each generation faces unique challenges shaped by its era, and understanding this context can help bridge generational gaps. For instance, younger generations may approach work-life balance, relationships, or technology in ways that differ vastly from what we knew. Rather than viewing these differences as flaws, we can embrace them as opportunities to learn and grow alongside them. Earning respect also means leading by example. Demonstrating patience, kindness, and empathy in our interactions sets the tone for how we wish to be treated. When we show respect for the opinions and choices of others, even when they differ from our own, we create an environment of mutual respect and understanding. This not only strengthens relationships but also enriches our own lives, as we learn to see the world through new and diverse perspectives. Ultimately, demanding respect based solely on age can create a divide between generations, while earning respect through actions, empathy, and mutual understanding builds bridges that connect us. The respect we desire is not rooted in fear, obligation, or tradition. It is born from love, trust, and the recognition of each other's inherent value. By fostering relationships based on reciprocity, we not only strengthen our bonds but also leave a legacy of connection and mutual appreciation. This is the kind of respect that endures, transcending age and tradition, and creating a foundation for meaningful and fulfilling relationships across generations. It reminds us that respect is not something we take. It's something we give and, in doing so, receive tenfold. 5. Minimizing others' experiences. The quiet harm of dismissing feelings. In the later stages of life, it's easy to fall into the habit of minimizing the experiences of others, especially those of younger generations. Decades of personal growth, resilience, and accumulated wisdom can sometimes make the struggles of others seem trivial in comparison. Comments like, "You don't know what real problems are," or "Wait until you've lived as long as I have," may be spoken with a hint of humor or perspective, but they can leave a lasting sting. While it may not be intentional, this behavior can unintentionally harm relationships, creating an emotional distance that is difficult to bridge. When we dismiss someone's feelings or challenges as insignificant, we deny them the opportunity to feel understood and validated. We inadvertently send the message that their struggles don't matter, leaving them feeling small, unseen, and even ashamed for expressing their emotions. Each stage of life is accompanied by its own unique challenges, and what may seem minor or fleeting to someone with years of experience might feel overwhelming to someone facing it for the first time. The heartbreak of a failed relationship, the stress of a new job, or the uncertainties of young adulthood are no less significant just because they pale in comparison to decades of life's hardships. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Minimizing others' experiences also stifles growth. Struggles, no matter how big or small, are crucial for learning, resilience, and self-discovery. By dismissing these struggles, we rob others of the chance to process their emotions fully and find their own solutions. Instead of growing closer, we risk creating a chasm where they feel unsupported, reluctant to share their inner lives with us. Validating others' experiences is a gift we can give that requires little effort but holds immense power. It begins with empathy, the ability to step into someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective. Listening without judgment, affirming their feelings, and acknowledging their struggles fosters an atmosphere of trust and respect. Simple phrases like, "That sounds really tough," or "I can see why that would upset you," can create a space where others feel heard and valued. Beyond strengthening relationships, this validation enriches our own lives. Seeing the world through someone else's eyes reminds us of the beauty and complexity of the human experience. It reaffirms that, no matter our age, we still have much to learn from others' journeys. In offering understanding, we also deepen our connections, building relationships founded on mutual respect and support. 6. Living in the past. The art of balancing nostalgia and presence. As we grow older, it's natural to cherish the past. The memories of our youth, the milestones we've achieved, and the loved ones we've shared them with are treasures that shape our identity and bring comfort. However, when we become overly fixated on the past, idealizing it as a better time or using it as the sole lens through which we view the present, we risk becoming disconnected from the world around us and the people in it. Living in the past often comes from a longing for familiarity and certainty. As the world evolves at a rapid pace, with new technologies, societal changes, and shifting cultural norms, it's easy to feel left behind or out of touch. This can lead to frustration or resistance, as adapting to these changes requires flexibility and openness that may feel daunting. Clinging to the past offers a sense of comfort and control, but it also creates barriers to embracing the present and the possibilities it holds. The consequences of living in the past extend beyond personal dissatisfaction. They can also strain relationships, particularly with younger loved ones. Constantly comparing the present to the good old days can leave children and grandchildren feeling undervalued or misunderstood. They may perceive our nostalgia as a rejection of their experiences, leading to feelings of alienation or resentment. While we may see our stories as an effort to connect, they may interpret them as dismissive or irrelevant to the challenges they face today. However, nostalgia doesn't have to be a limitation. The past is a rich tapestry of lessons, stories, and experiences that can be shared in ways that inspire and connect rather than alienate. Striking the right balance between honoring the past and living in the present is key to maintaining both personal fulfillment and meaningful relationships. Appreciating the past without dwelling in it means using our memories as a foundation rather than a retreat. We can share stories that highlight the wisdom we've gained while remaining curious about the present and the future. For example, instead of saying, "Things were so much better back then," we might share, "I've noticed how much things have changed, and I'm curious about how you navigate it today." This approach invites dialogue and shows a willingness to learn from others' experiences. Remaining present also involves embracing change with an open heart. While the rapid pace of modern life can be overwhelming, it's also full of opportunities for growth, connection, and joy. Trying something new, whether it's learning about technology, exploring a different hobby, or engaging in meaningful conversations with younger generations, can reinvigorate our sense of purpose and remind us that life is full of surprises at any age. Living fully means finding joy in the now while carrying the wisdom of the past as a guide, not a crutch. By appreciating the present and staying open to growth, we not only enrich our own lives but also deepen our connections with those around us. In doing so, we honor both the memories that shaped us and the moments that continue to define who we are. What did you learn from today's video? Which habit or mindset spoke to you the most? And what will you take action on starting today? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below with the one insight or change you're inspired to make. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll help us reach more people who are navigating the beautiful, complex journey of aging. Let's continue to learn, grow, and thrive together, one step at a time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.